Hi everyone, it's Ayush here and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to share today's video which is on the topic of how we are going to use the for each loop inside MS Excel using VBA. So without wasting any time, let us dive into the video. When I say for each loop, it means that we are going to loop out through each and every item of a particular collection which are of the same type. So what do I mean by same type? It means that the each and every item of that particular collection are of the same type or having the same property. For example, you can take the cells inside a worksheet of MS Excel. Like you can see A1, B1, C1, D1, and so on. So all these cells are of the same type in their initial stage and are having the same kind of properties. So what the property the A1 is having, the same property the B1 is also going to hold. Similarly, the same property the C1 is also going to hold. So each and every cell is of the similar kind and thus forming a complete collection. After that, we are having sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. Means these worksheets are also of the same type in their initial stages and thus they are forming a complete workbook. Now, what is the use of for each? For each loop use is that we can access to each and every item of a particular collection by simply using the for each function, or you can say keyword in VBA. So how you can do that? For doing that, you need to simply go to the developer tab, click on this Visual Basic, then you will see your VBA code editor. You need to simply open your macro that you are having right now. I'm having the macro 1, or sorry, macro 2. At this place, I'm going to write whatever code I'm going to write here is going to be executed. So as I write the code here, save that code and then click on this run button, it's going to happen in my Excel worksheet. So let me just resize it. So the for each loop that we are going to write, in which we are going to just loop through each and every sheet in this particular worksheet, or you can say the workbook. Now for doing that, first I'm going to just declare one variable. So I will say a dim sht, or you can say a sheet as well. So dim sheet as worksheet. After declaring a kind of variable which is going to hold a value of a worksheet, it does not matter that which worksheet it is. So what I will do is I will simply write here for each, I think that's separated. So let's say for each sheet in, we are just writing the simple language like for each sheet in. Now here comes a trick, like you need to write here for each sheet in this workbook dot sheet. Now, what is the meaning of this workbook.sheets? It means that we are working in this particular workbook. That's why we are just denoting this workbook by using this workbook, and we are accessing to all the sheets inside this particular workbook by using this workbook.sheets. So, for each sheet in this workbook.sheets, what we are going to do, for each and every sheet, we are going to just make some kind of function, that anything that you can do. So right now I'm going to take the name of each and every worksheet inside this workbook by using a message box. For doing that, I will write here msg box, or you can say message box in short, and message box. Then I will say here sheet dot name. That is going to just return the name of that particular sheet, that it is like right now on which sheet it is. It's going to just return the name of that particular sheet. After that, I'm going to write here next. Next is for going to the next iteration. We can say we are just proceeding this particular loop to the next iteration, so that we can just continue it till the number of worksheets is completed. So okay, just give a slash. Now that much code you need to write here, and here comes your for each loop. So we are just declaring a simple variable sheets, which is simply a kind of workbook, or you can, sorry, worksheet, and then we are just looping a particular worksheet throughout all the sheets inside this particular workbook, and then we are just returning the name of each sheet by using the message box sheet dot name. That's very straightforward thing. Then we are going to the next iteration by using the next keyword. Finally, we are just ending our sub procedure. I hope that's clear to you all. Let us just save this code and let us see is it going to work or not. Just click on this run button, and when I click on this run button, you can see that first it is giving me sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. So that's it. It has just given me the name of all the sheets inside this particular workbook, and thus our task is done. So that's a very basic example of how you can use for each loop inside MS Excel using VBA. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Meet you in the next video. Till then, see you.